are Bengalurians unhappy? It seems that the city came to an abrupt halt with the recent rains and the city got flooded.
See, Bangalore is suffering the pangs of prosperity. Governments in India have traditionally known how to handle shortages, ration it out, and may deprive people and tell them they're doing something for them. It's a Nehruvian attitude of feudalism towards the subjects you rule. And it all based upon a few people staying in gravy who control power and the rest staying in misery. Our per capita income is $10,000, $11,000 a year. We have 1.2 crore people in Bangalore and our GDP is $135, $140 billion. The problem is that Indian politics is based on numbers. And in the state legislature, the numbers have been frozen based on the 71 census, if I'm right. So in a state where there are 228 seats in the legislature, Bangalore is only 26. So we don't have the political clout. So the taxes that we pay, which is 60% of Karnataka's taxes, and everything that happens here is used by them to subsidize the rural sector, subsidize people outside Bangalore who are the voters, and they come to power, so they don't care a damn. So all political leaders from other parties come here, rule the state, they make money. Many of them make money in the real estate, make money here, and they have no feeling for the city. It's regardless of who our party is, but the good news is Bangalore governance model in the BBMP, which is our corporation, sucks. They don't have permanent employees at all, most largely. They're not hired people. They get people on deputation from government. They become extremely corrupt. Reports say that they're not paid contractors for 2 years. And contractors say in the last 2-3 years, people are demanding 30-40% bribe. So it's very corrupt. So they're not executing. And the chief minister, whenever the crisis, says, "Oh, I'm willing to give you money," and he gives money. Mr. Bommai, who is the chief minister now, is very considerate, is given money, but we don't know whether the work will happen on the ground. And Bangalore's got a backlog of 14-15 years in infrastructure. For a population of 1.2 crores, we have 1 crore vehicles, 65 lakh two-wheelers. Our metro, which is supposed to be 250 crores, work is going on, sucks. It's beyond schedule by 4 to 5 years. Our public transport has only 6,000 buses for the last 10 years. It's not been improved. And they're making losses. So what do? There's lack of governance, lack of new models. Our MLAs from Bangalore, many of them have become extortionists who are extorting money from the people in the constituency. I know several instances where they stop real estate developers from working, demanding bribes. And when you complain to the local police, they don't take the complaint. When you talk to the commissioner of police, he calls up the local police and they do nothing. And people go to court and the court gives orders, the people don't obey the orders. And there's no execution of court orders. And the chief minister and everybody says, yes, they'll do it, they give money, but execution on the ground suffers. And commissioners keep changing every 3 years, 4 years, or 2 years. They're also helpless. Urban India has been ignored by all political leaders because of politics, because the votes come from the rural area. Even the population has grown because the seats have not been reimagined.
What you're essentially saying is that the prioritization of rural India over urban India is going to kill cities.
We need urbanization much bigger. The world is 52% urban. China is 56% urban. India is reportedly 40% urban. The 36% I think in 2011 is now maybe 40%. We should be higher, but we need more cities and more urbanization. Why is urbanization required? Urbanization leads to concentration of human activity. Concentration of human activity leads to specialization. Specialization leads to higher productivity and higher income. And we have 600,000 villages, of maybe 200,000 are not viable. There hardly any population there. I'm not saying only the big cities. Put money into smaller cities. And all great cities and all urban areas globally which are developed are always developed on the back of public transport, on the metro system, on the tube system, which reduce the time for commute. That's what should be done. Look at Delhi. 360 kilometers of metro. Metro, hasn't it changed Delhi?
It has.
40 lakh people go on metro every day. It's changed Delhi, right? If without metro, Delhi will be unlivable. It's unlivable now because of pollution, but the metro has worked wonders. Soon they'll go to 500 kilometers. Yeah. We should have similar in Bombay, similar in Bangalore, similar here. It's getting built, but too slow. And because of management deficiencies in Bangalore, we are 3-4 years behind.
2 points that you, in fact, are alluding to. One is that lot of money that is getting wasted through central schemes.
I'm not saying they're getting wasted. I'm saying they're inadequate in the urban area. What we need is focus on urban transportation. Why can't India focus on building 5,000 kilometers of metro in maybe 40 cities? Okay? Have a plan to take care of metros. Because metro is required. People say it's high cost, but it's required. There's no other means of moving people. Then public transportation. Why can't government is now come with a scheme for electric vehicles? That's very good. Why can't government come with a scheme for 2 lakh buses, let us say, for maybe 50 cities, all electric?
The second point that you alluded to was corruption, massive corruption. We are seeing a lot of enforcement directorate raids, CBI raids in so many states against so many individuals and also parties. Why isn't that happening here in Bangalore?
Arti, all those issues are issues of the UPA government and before, not the NDA government. Have you heard of any corruption in the NDA government in Delhi? No. The Rafale that these people said was stupid. None of it, because they worked on the model. Prime Minister Modi has ensured there is no corruption in Delhi. He keeps an eye. If he hears something, they're gone. Correct? There is no forgiveness. Correct? So we need strong leaders in the city, in the state, who can do that. Yogi has controlled corruption in UP. Modi has controlled corruption. Modi has made sure in Gujarat there is less corruption in the state. So we need no corruption, zero tolerance for corruption in the state. But for that purpose, the chief minister has to be very strong. And the chief minister are not strong because there isn't a local support. The central party with the BJP today for Karnataka has to give support to chief minister to take strong steps and say, we stand by you. Now, a major flaw of democracy has been, we as accomplished people are not paying the price for democracy. You ask Azim Premji, one of the richest person, how much money do you pay for political parties to fight the election? Zero. You ask Narayan Murthy, I know both of them, I've spoken to them, zero. They say it's dirty politics, we don't win. I mean, how are political parties going to fight elections, spend money if you don't give money? You have an obligation to give money. Kiran Mazumdar Shah and I, for the last 5 years, every election, we've been giving money to political parties. They got a name there. I've given money to the Congress party. I'm one of the largest individual donors the last election. I give money to the BJP. I give money to the GDS. Kiran has done that. We give it, go and give voluntarily. Democracy requires money. Political parties require money to fight election. All of us have to give money. The Tatas have been giving money. They need more money. If we give more money, at least corruption can be reduced because more good people can come. There is a new scheme which Prime Minister Modi brought of saying that you can buy electoral bonds, which I support. Political parties know how to extort money. Every political party. They know how to extract money. They're paying by cash. Now at least much of the money has come overground in the form of bonds. But people who give the money are scared of retribution, of harassment. If the party they back doesn't come to power, others will go after them. So they don't want the names to be known. How do you get over the fear? By having this bond scheme, by going through 2 or 3 elections and making sure they get more comfortable so they can give money. I think all high net worth individuals should contribute to all political parties equally or of the choice openly and put the name there and say, we support democracy. The thing is, you should not go by government and ask them for favor, which nobody does. I don't think anybody has been able to get a favor from Prime Minister Modi. He has been very sure, no favors. I'll improve the quality of life and ease of business for you, for everybody. I'm not going to do any favors to you. I have not seen any policy, done exclusively for any one group. Even Adani, which people complain, everything Adani has won is through open auctions. You can also borrow money. You can also go do it. Adani has got money. Now people say, oh, Adani is close. Why don't you go in that auctions for the airport? You also bid, Baba. Do it. We had met Prime Minister Modi once and we told him, how are you able to create, clear, let us say, temples and all on public land, religious things on public land which have come up. I said, before the elections, I started cleaning out and cleaning the cities. They came and told me, my own party came and told me that, look, they all will not vote for the elections happening. I said, I told the people, I want this done. If they don't vote, I don't mind. People voted for it. And he came back to power that time. Why? Because people saw the benefit. Great majority of people, 99% people, want the rule of law. We need strong leadership who will say rule of law should apply. In Bangalore, you can't get an auto without the auto filler will not go on the meter. They don't go on meter. What do the police do? Nothing. The police are paid to implement the law. They're not able to implement. Some of them are corrupt. They take money from all this. No, the auto filler says, no, the fare is not enough. Okay, increase the fare. But go by the meter. Once you have a license for a meter, you should go for the meter. Or cancel the license. If they say the fare is not enough, increase the fare. Why should the auto filler subsidize the commuter? No, nobody, the harassment. So who obeys the law? So these are extortion. Autos have become an extortion racket. They say you want to go and place here is 300 rupees, 400 rupees, you pay. But where is the enforcement of law? How will you respect the law? A simple law like a auto, which is not doesn't go by meter in the city for many years. We have become a lawless society because there is no rule of law, there is less implementation of law, there is a breakdown of the justice system.
For such fine news breaks and video features from ground on your mobile phones, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The New Indian, by clicking on the bell icon. Also, follow us on the social media handles on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Co.